Well, good morning, folks. How are you today? Ron Bishop here from Timaru, New Zealand. I can't talk very loud because I'm taking a video from the lounge room in the Timaru Public Hospital, and I've just sneaked away for a half an hour to do my Sunday sermon, because every Sunday morning, I come online doing a Sunday sermon. And I'm going to do this Sunday sermon from my hospital. I've been in hospital here since the 12th, I think it is, 12th of February, and it's now the 9th of March. I've come and go a bit. I went home, and every time I went home I had to come back because I got sick again. Okay, so I'll just sit down now and continue with my Sunday sermon. So here I am. I'm sitting in a lazy boy chair in the Timaru Public Hospital lounge. In the surgical ward. I've been in the surgical ward here for quite some weeks now because I nearly died. I've got a duodenal ulcer and it's bleeding, and they're trying to stop it from bleeding. So they've kept me in here now to try and I feel great today. I absolutely feel fantastic, because every day I say to myself, I'm getting better and better and better. Every minute of every day I'm getting better and better and better. Okay, now I want to talk to you about Christianity this morning, because I'm a Christian, and I want to compare a human being with a motor car. It's a way of me explaining about how we are made. Human beings have three parts to a human being. First of all, we have a body, we have a mind, and we have a spirit. And each one of those things can go wrong from time to time. Just like a motor car. A motor vehicle has three things. It has a body, it has an engine, and it relies on spirit, or fuel, to make it go. Okay? So if we don't look after our bodies, we're going to get sick. And if we don't look after a car body, it's going to rust out and it won't last. Okay? So we've got to look after our body. And to do that, we need to exercise. The second thing we have to look after is our mind. Just like a motor car has an engine. And if you don't put any oil in the engine, it's going to seize up. So we have to look after our mind just like a motor car. Now the third thing, and this is one of the things that a lot of people have trouble with, and that is our spirit. If you've got a motor vehicle, it's not going to go very far without any spirits, without any fuel. It has to have fuel to make it go. And our bodies are the same. We have to have fuel in order for us to keep going. And I only discovered this when I first became a Christian. I decided I wanted to be a Christian about 30 or 40 years ago. And when I did, my life changed. Because what being a Christian is handing your life over to God, asking Him to take over your life. Because just like a motor car, there is a manual for the motor car, right? If you've got a motor car, you've got a manual, a set of instruction books. Well, the same with our body, our mind, and our spirit. We have a manual which is called the Bible, and in the Bible it tells you what you've got to do to stay healthy. Now, the most important part of staying healthy, of course, is having a positive attitude, having a positive mental attitude. Sorry about that, I had to turn it off and start again. Well, I'm not actually starting again, I'll start where I finished off last time. I was talking about comparing the humans with motor vehicles. How similar we are. We all have a body, a mind, and a spirit. And I've just been talking to my surgeon, my doctor, that's looking after me this weekend. and he's pretty positive. He's putting me on a soft diet. I'm going to be able to start eating again to get my everything working again, because I've had to shut it down. Okay, but that's so much about me. We're here today to talk about Christianity. And a lot of people that are listening to my videos are having a problem with me because they don't understand Christianity. They can't understand how it can be that simple. A lot of people go to church. Every Sunday they'll go to church, but they go through what they call a habit. Going to church is a habit. They sing the same hymns, they do the same things, everybody does the same every Sunday. But if you want to be successful in life, I realised you had to get out of the habit of doing things out of habit. In other words, we have to do something different. So what I did while I was a Christian, although I went to church for about 30 years, I gave up going to church. Before I did that, I went around all the other churches. I went around Church of England, Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventists, all sorts of religions. Like every Sunday I'd go to a different church because I wanted to get an overall view of the spiritual world, how we are different, okay? So some people might say, well, that's a bit crazy, Ron. You're either going to be part of a church or not. No, you don't. You don't have to go to church to be a Christian. You just have to believe. You have to believe in God. You have to make a conscious decision to say, okay, my life can be a lot better if I believe in God. Now, a lot of people don't believe in God and go through life very successfully, and that's fine. But I liken it to a motor car. Christianity to me is like having a turbocharger in my car. It gives me the extra that I can't get without a turbocharger in my car, okay? It gives me the extra power, because you have tremendous power once you hand your life over to God, and don't try and change the world. Don't try and change the way people think. You have to accept things as they are. One of my bedmates has just been diagnosed with cancer, and he's very upset about it, naturally. But as I told him, I said, you know, it's been beaten before. People have beaten it before. You've got to think positively. You've got to think that there is a cure. There is a cure for what's happening in your body. Okay? Just a minute. A simple way to explain this is this. If you cut your finger will bleed, right? But what heals the finger? You go to the doctor and they put a bandage on it. They stop the bleeding, right? Now, does the doctor heal it? No. God heals it. God has given you your body, and the body has the ability to heal itself, okay? But it can heal it much faster and quicker if you believe in Jesus. That's what the Bible says. We have to believe in Jesus, because God sent Jesus into the world to save us, to teach us how to be positive thinkers, how to not try and do it on our own, to give it to God. Let God take over. We're all going to die, we know that. But don't be afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of dying. But I've set a goal to live to be 100, another 30 odd years. I want to live for another 30 odd years. Even though I'm in hospital and nearly died. But God is, as far as I'm concerned, my peace of mind is God is going to decide when I die, and and I won't even feel it. There'll be no pain, right? Am I going to heaven? I don't know if there's a heaven. Do you know there's a heaven? No one's been there and told us whether there's a heaven or not. But if there's a heaven, there must be a hell. So why not be a Christian and go to heaven rather than hell? Hey, listen, folks, I can't talk too much today by myself, sitting in here in the lounge. People think I'm crazy. So I'm going to finish this morning now. And if you're suffering from ill health, if you have been told that you've got an illness that can kill you in a short period of time, have a positive mental attitude. Listen to this video 2 or 3 times. You can do it. You can change. You can cure yourself. Become a Christian. Say, sorry God for all the things that I've done, the bad things I've done. I want to turn my life over to you. I want you to take control of my life. I want you to decide what happens to me during my lifetime. Okay? Now I love you all, and I'll see you again shortly. Okay? Keep watching my videos. I've got a goal to put up 1,000 videos. And this is over 800 videos now. So I'll see you later. Bye-bye.